It is evening, and McCann sits by the dining table, tearing a newspaper into five equal parts. As he was doing so, Stanley enters, and they both greeted each other. Now, as Stanley looked closely at McCann, he believes he had met him somewhere before, but McCann denies it. There was an uneasy feeling in the room, and Stanley wants to leave, but McCann stops him and said that Mac has set up a birthday party for him, so he must not leave. But Stanley denies that it is his birthday, and he even calls Mac a crazy woman. Stanley wanted to know why McCann had come to the boarding house, as he feels very nervous about something that may happen to him. Remember, Stanley has a dark secret he has been hiding. In the past, he must have committed a terrible crime which we have no clue. So this is what made him nervous meeting these two men. As they were talking, Goldberg and Petey arrives, and Petey introduced Goldberg to Stanley. After Petey leaves, the two men, McCann and Goldberg, forced Stanley to sit on the chair, and they started abusing Stanley by asking him series of questions. Now Stanley becomes scared. He was nervous and angry. He even pleads the two men to leave, but they didn't stop. They questioned him about his wife he had murdered by poisoning and why he left the organization. The question becomes more and more aggressive. They even called him a walking corpse because he refuses to live. Now Goldberg orders McCann to remove Stanley's glasses. Remember, Stanley had his glasses on, so Goldberg orders it to be removed. By this time, Stanley is sweating and moaning. He was scared. Stanley even kicks Goldberg to stop the harassment, and the scene is interrupted by Mac coming downstairs to start Stanley's birthday party. The birthday party started casually. 4 bottles of scotch and 1 bottle of Irish whiskey are brought out for the party. Mac started flirting with Goldberg as they danced, and the characters Mac, Lulu, Stanley, Goldberg, and McCann start to couple up with each other. Lulu with Goldberg, Mac with McCann, and Stanley alone. The couple's conversations turned sexual, and Lulu suggested to play a game called Blind Man's Bluff. It is a game where one person is blindfolded and must find one of the others standing in the room. They began playing the game and they take their turns. When it is Stanley's turn, McCann asked him to remove his glasses and Mac tied the scarf around his eyes. As Stanley was blindfolded, McCann suddenly snaps the frames of his glasses and broke it. He also placed the drum that he got on his birthday on the floor, and Stanley almost fell as he steps on the drum. He kept walking around the room blindfolded, not knowing what was around him, and he nearly strangled Mac on her throat. And suddenly the lights went off, and when McCann finds a torch, he lights it up and sees Stanley standing in front of Lulu. Lulu is on the table and Stanley is seen standing over her. And he started laughing hysterically like a crazy man.